As we get deeper into the new year, requirements for up-to-date immunization records for Ontario's student population are due. Parents and guardians are responsible for reporting their children's vaccine records to avoid possible suspension. Here to talk about the importance to keep up-to-date records is the medical officer of health for Wellington-Dufferin-Guelph Public Health, Dr. Nicola Mercer. Thank you for being here today, Dr. Mercer.
Thank you for having me.
All right, first, let's start with what's new for 2026. Public health notices have a new feature to help the process. Tell us about it.
Yeah, well, we're really excited this year in the Wellington-Dufferin-Guelph side that we have piloted emails being sent to parents obviously with permission from our school boards. And these emails, which are encrypted, have a QR code. So if you get one of these emails, what you can do is click on the QR code, take a photo of your child's vaccine record, whether it's the yellow card or another piece of paper that you have, and automatically will upload to us, and that's all you have to do. So although right now, if you're on the Waterloo side, you will still be required to go to ICON to enter that data. I'm sure if this pilot is successful, and so far it's looking very successful, that this will be something that can roll out further.
Fantastic. Now, would this be the same step for people to submit their exemption if they had one?
That's a really good question. So remember that there is no mandatory vaccine in Ontario, but there's some really highly recommended vaccines. And if you do not provide us with the paperwork, meaning that you've had the vaccine or that you are trying to have your child exempted from the vaccine, either because of a health reason or because you have a conscientious belief against the vaccine, we need that paperwork. So we really need to know every child in the classroom, have they been vaccinated and with which vaccines? So when it comes to the exemption process, no, you have to go a little bit different route because there's a video that you need to watch and you need to provide us with the paperwork that's signed. All public health units will have the same process for that. But when it comes to just giving us the information, as I said, we're hoping this year with the photo process, which just takes a few minutes, that parents will find that it works really well for them, makes it easier, and then that process could be rolled out much further across the province.
Now, generally speaking, why is it so important to have these records up to date at all times?
Really interesting question. So let's take a look at last year. So last year we had a significant measles outbreak in the province, of which locally we had a lot of cases in both Waterloo and on the Guelph-Wellington side. So what happens is if there's a case of measles in the classroom, we need to know who at that school, not just actually in that classroom, but who in the entire school is not immunized and protected from measles. So those children can be removed from the classroom for their safety and to prevent them from getting infected, or if they've already been infected, to prevent them from spreading it further so that we can protect everyone in the system. So it really is important for the designated diseases to make sure that your records are up to date. And there are two recommended vaccines, the hepatitis B vaccine and the HPV vaccine. Yes, we can't suspend you for them, but they are highly recommended, and these free publicly funded vaccines are ones that once you graduate high school, you'll have to pay for. And some of them, like the Hep B shot, for example, if you want to be a humanitarian worker, healthcare worker, or go to school in another country, you'll need to get that vaccine anyways.
Now, when will families start to receive notices, and what happens if the record remains out of date?
Okay, so they should have all got notices. So in our area and in Waterloo, those notices have gone out, and sometimes many weeks ago. And for those that haven't yet managed to get the vaccine or to sign the paperwork or just even to send us the paperwork because you've already got the vaccine, the suspension date for our area for high schools is actually Wednesday. So you don't have much time to get that in. For the region of Waterloo, it's actually a little bit later. We're looking into April for that a suspension. But I just really want to stress to parents that you got to do something, and you got to do something fairly quickly, really quickly if you're on our side of the border, and you have a limited time on the Waterloo side. So those notices have gone out. If as a parent you haven't seen them, they have been sent out. You might want to inquire with your child or look in the mail because they have been sent out.
Okay, very timely indeed. Thank you, Dr. Mercer, for updating us on this very important information.
Oh, thank you for having me.